And away from party politics, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has launched a program designed to inculcate civic values and patriotism in the Nigerian society, especially with the use of indigenous languages as tools for communication. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
Going by the acronym IYA, which stands for Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, and all other languages in Nigeria, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says the program would achieve several purposes.
It is homegrown. It will encourage the learning of indigenous languages, and it will promote the love of country and high civic values. Greatest assets are our young people, bright, creative, irrepressible. In technology, in music, and entertainment, we have proved that we are the future. Fortunately, that future is already here.
The Vice President observes that it's the duty of all Nigerians to make the country truly great, while urging Nigerians to strive towards defining Nigeria by its best. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo states that the country is gifted with some of the best people in the world.
This land of hardworking, resourceful, and decent people is also a nation where some corrupt politicians have looted the Commonwealth, where some parents encourage their children to cheat in examinations, where we have some 419 artists, some peddlers of hate, ritual killers, cultists, and all manner of other rascals. But so it is in other countries. The difference is that we sometimes allow ourselves to be defined by our worst and not our best. We must define ourselves, and we must define our nation by the best that we have.
Minister of Information Lai Mohammed says the IYA initiative of using indigenous languages in the dissemination of educative programs was a step in the right direction.
We need to take patriotism and nationalism to the front burner of our national life now and more than ever before.
The Nigerian Television Authority, the National Orientation Agency, and a non-governmental organization are collaborating on the program.
This event is geared towards the reaffirmation of our identity as Nigerians and the reassertion of our unity as one country.
Sensitize Nigerians and make them aware of the significance of our national values.
Let us make haste to bring about that era when the Hausas, the Igbos, and the Yorubas will speak of Nigeria as one nation with one God and one destiny.
There were cultural displays and rendition of the Nigerian national anthem and recitation of the pledge in indigenous languages. In Abuja, Jide Onifade, NT News.
And still staying with issues of patriotism, Wazobia is a popular slogan that binds Nigeria, driving home her uniqueness in diversity. This has been further strengthened by a group of young people determined to keep alive the nation's founding fathers' vision of a prosperous and united Nigeria. Uche Nwezo reports.
To serve Nigeria with all my strength. Bautawa Nigeria da dukkan zuciyata. Nigeria odi. Láti sìn pẹ̀lú gbogbo agbára mi.
They're aged 6 to 14, but have a common purpose to drive home Nigeria's strength in her languages and unity in diversity. With about 521 languages, Nigeria holds dear her national identity and spirit of patriotism, all of which are embedded in her national symbols, her pride. There are, however, setbacks that include hate speech, ignorance and nonchalant attitude to national identities and respect for nation building. This is the agenda for HIYA Nigeria, an acronym for Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba and all Nigerian languages, to sensitize Nigerians, especially at the grassroots.
To raise the consciousness of Nigerians to be active participants in the democratic, civic and the political processes.
the reaffirmation and reassertion of our values, cultures, and other symbols is significant. We in NTA will do everything we can to make sure that this project goes from strength to strength.
The catch for Hiya Nigeria is to penetrate the people through the power of indigenous languages. Uche Nwizu, NTA News.
Elsewhere, the Forum of State Chairmen of the National Youth Council of Nigeria has held a 3-day fasting and prayer summit for the nation. Ogechi Paul was at the Eagle Square, Abuja, and reports that it was a 3-day event that attracted members from across the country.
Every Christian, every Muslim, please come, and we are one, an indivisible Nigeria.
Unmistakably, a large assemblage of Nigerian youths from across the country, religious persuasions and political inclinations, propelled by a conviction to foster and perpetuate a sense of unity, peace and well-being for Nigeria, the leadership and citizens. Another objective was to confine hate tendencies to the backbone.
I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that the creator of heaven and earth will hear the cries of Nigerian youth, who for the past 3 days have fasted and prayed for this intervention to restore our dear President Muhammad Buhari to excellent health and our land to the land of peace and prosperity.
The Christian and the Muslim have come together in one altar and pray to God. That is the pace we have set. And that is what we want to re-echo to our leaders. That what is not possible, I think we can do it right as young people of this nation.
Certain of the potency of fasting and prayers to the Almighty God, which they observed for 3 days, they gyrated with a perception of positive outcomes for their supplications while appealing against every negative incursion.
I prophesy to you, Nigeria, for every prayer we have started praying from the first day of this program, receive the answer in the name of Jesus.
You can see that the spirit is one. We love Nigeria, and I assure you that Nigeria is indivisible.
The gathering has a dual blessing. First, prayers for the nation towards a functional development and the good health of Mr. President. And secondly, a veritable forum for a resurgence of the moribund national umbrella of the youth councils across the country.
I believe very strongly that we will get testimonies out of this program.
The major warring factions are part of this program. So for me, it's a dream fulfilled.
The national prayers by the Youth Forum could not have come at a better time, especially now with the nation's quest for revitalizing the youth, for development, national integration, and the promotion of the nation's value system. Ogechi Paul, NTA News.
In the meantime, the leadership of the 19 northern states and the FCT of the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) is identified with President Muhammadu Buhari's belief in the indivisibility of Nigeria. This was the position at a one-day summit of the association in Abuja. Lydia Bassi reports.
The return of President Muhammadu Buhari from medical vacation abroad and his speech to Nigerians thereafter on pressing national issues like unity and security was described by the chairman of the association, Reverend Yakubu Pam, as a message of hope and an assurance of the president's uncompromising stand on national peace, development and unity.
These leaders in this summit today